Hello, and welcome. I'm so glad you're here today. Let's talk about something many of us do every single morning. You go to your kitchen counter or your medicine cabinet, and you take out your pills for the day. You feel good about it. You're being responsible. There's the medication your doctor prescribed, maybe a daily aspirin to protect your heart. And right next to it, there's your fish oil supplement, something you chose for yourself to keep your joints feeling smooth and your mind sharp. It feels like you're doing everything right, covering all your bases. But then you notice something odd, a dark, angry-looking bruise on your forearm, and you can't for the life of you remember bumping into anything. Or perhaps you're in the garden, and a little nick from a rose thorn seems to bleed just a little too long, a little too stubbornly. It's easy to brush these things off, isn't it? We tell ourselves, oh, I'm just getting older, my skin is thinner now. But as a pharmacist, I want to tell you that this can be a quiet, critical warning sign. That seemingly perfect, health-conscious combination of a common supplement and a common medication could be creating a hidden danger inside your body. In this video, we are going to talk about this directly. We will uncover exactly why taking fish oil supplements can become risky if you're also using one of the most common types of medication prescribed today. This isn't about causing alarm. It's about giving you the knowledge to make smart, safe decisions so you can continue to protect your health without unknowingly putting it at risk. If you've ever felt a bit lost trying to navigate the world of supplements and prescriptions, please know you are in the right place. And you are certainly not alone. It's why we've built this community. If this is the kind of clear, no-nonsense health information you appreciate, take a moment to subscribe so we can continue learning together. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one health question you wish someone would just explain simply? Let's begin by talking about why we fell in love with fish oil in the first place. It's one of the most popular supplements on the planet, and for good reason. The shelves are filled with bottles promising relief for achy knees, a healthier heart, and a sharper memory. For decades, it's been hailed as a natural wonder, a simple way to fight back against the aches and pains of aging. And the science behind it is solid. Fish oil is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, specifically two powerhouse compounds called EPA and DHA. The primary job of these omega-3s is to act as a natural anti-inflammatory in the body. They help to cool down the chronic, low-grade inflammation that can contribute to stiff joints, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. This is wonderful, and it's why so many people feel a genuine benefit when they start taking it. But here is the crucial piece of information that often gets left out of the conversation. Omega-3s have another profound effect on your body. They change the way your blood clots. Specifically, they make your blood platelets less sticky. Imagine your platelets are like a fleet of tiny emergency vehicles rushing through your bloodstream. When you get a cut, their job is to race to the scene and pile up, sticking to each other to form a plug, a clot, that stops the bleeding. It's a brilliant, life-saving system. What omega-3s do is make the surface of these little vehicles more slippery, a bit like they've been coated in Teflon. This means they don't clump together quite as easily or as quickly. In a person with normal clotting function, this mild effect is usually not a problem at all. But as we'll soon see, it's the beginning of a story that can change dramatically when another character is introduced. Now let's look at the other side of this equation. That other pill you might be taking every day, a blood thinner. This is a broad category of medications, and you might know them by many different names. The most common is a daily low-dose aspirin, which millions of people take to prevent a heart attack or stroke. But it also includes powerful prescription medications like Warfarin, which you might know as Coumadin or clopidogrel, brand name Plavix. And there are newer ones too, like Eliquis and Xarelto. Your doctor has prescribed one of these for a critical, life-saving reason. They are designed to prevent dangerous blood clots from forming inside your arteries or your heart, clots that could travel to your brain and cause a stroke, or to your lungs and cause a pulmonary embolism. These medications are true lifesavers. They are your shield, but they work by intentionally interfering with your body's natural clotting process. Aspirin, for instance, works in a way that's remarkably similar to fish oil. It directly targets those platelets, the tiny emergency vehicles, and stops them from getting the signal to become sticky and pile up. It's a much stronger effect than fish oil, of course, but it's targeting the same mechanism. Other medications, like warfarin, work differently. They interfere with your body's ability to use vitamin K, a crucial nutrient needed to produce the proteins that act as the glue holding a blood clot together. So, you have a situation where your doctor has carefully chosen a tool to dial down your body's clotting ability to a specific, safe level to protect you from a catastrophic event. You see that pill as your daily protector, and it is. The problem arises when we, with the best of intentions, add another tool to the mix without realizing we're working on the same system. This brings us to the very heart of the issue. When you take a fish oil supplement on top of a prescribed blood thinner, the effect isn't simply additive. It can be multiplicative. It's not like 1 plus 1 equals 2. In your bloodstream, it can feel more like 1 plus 1 equals 4, or even 5. The risk of serious bleeding can increase dramatically. Let's use an analogy. Imagine your doctor has set the anti-clotting volume on your body's sound system to a safe level of 5 out of 10. This level is high enough to prevent dangerous internal clots, but low enough that you can still form a clot if you get a cut. When you add a high-dose fish oil supplement, you aren't just nudging that dial from a 5 to a 6. Because both the medication and the supplement are pushing on similar levers in your clotting system, you can unknowingly crank that volume dial all the way up to an 8 or a 9. Now, your blood is what we call too thin. Its ability to perform its most basic protective function, stopping you from bleeding, is severely compromised. Think about a simple, everyday scenario. You're unloading groceries and you bump your hand on the car door. It's nothing, you don't even think about it. But a few hours later, you have a deep, purple bruise that covers half your hand. Or worse, imagine a more serious situation, like a fall. A fall that might have just bruised someone else could, in a person with overly thin blood, cause a dangerous internal bleed in the abdomen or even the brain. These are the silent, invisible risks of this combination. The warning signs can be subtle at first. Those unexplained bruises, nosebleeds that just won't quit, or seeing a little pink in the sink when you brush your teeth. These are signals from your body that your clotting system is not working as it should, and it is crucial to take them seriously. If you experience these, it is not something to watch and wait on. It is a reason to call your doctor's office right away. At this point, you might be thinking something I hear from my patients all the time. This sounds really important. If it's so dangerous, why on earth didn't my doctor or my pharmacist tell me this? It is a completely fair and logical question, and the answer reveals a common but dangerous gap in our healthcare system. The reality is, this information often falls through the cracks because of a simple breakdown in communication. Think about it. Your cardiologist is focused on your heart. They prescribe the blood thinner to protect you from a stroke. Your family doctor knows you're on it, and they manage your overall health. But did you happen to mention to either of them that you picked up a bottle of fish oil at the grocery store last month because you heard it was good for your joints? For most people, the answer is no, and it's not your fault. We tend to categorize things in our minds. Prescriptions are medicine. Vitamins, herbs, and supplements like fish oil are natural health products. We see them as fundamentally different, so we don't think to mention them in the same breath. Your doctor, in a brief 15-minute appointment, might not have the time to ask about every single supplement you take. and your pharmacist can only screen for interactions between the drugs that are officially in your prescription profile. If you buy your fish oil over the counter, they have no way of knowing you're taking it. This is how two well-intentioned decisions, your doctor's to protect your heart and yours to soothe your joints, can collide to create an unintended risk. The solution is simple, but it requires you to become the bridge that closes this communication gap. Here is the single most powerful thing you can do to protect yourself. Create and maintain a master list of everything you take. I don't just mean prescriptions. I mean everything. That daily aspirin, the vitamin D you take in the winter, the calcium for your bones, the melatonin you use to help you sleep, and yes, the fish oil. Write down the name, the dose, and how often you take it. You can write it on a piece of paper, type it on your phone, whatever works for you. Then, you must treat this list like it's your wallet or your keys. Take it with you to every single doctor's appointment, to every visit with a specialist, and every time you go to the pharmacy. When your doctor asks if anything has changed, you can say, "Yes, let me show you my updated list." This one simple habit transforms you into the most important member of your healthcare team. It empowers your doctors and pharmacists to see the whole picture, allowing them to spot potential interactions like this one before they can cause harm. It is a simple piece of paper that can, without any exaggeration, save your life. So, if taking a fish oil supplement alongside your blood thinner is off the table, does that mean you have to give up on the incredible anti-inflammatory benefits of omega-3s? Absolutely not. It just means we need to be smarter and safer about how we get them. We need to go back to the original source, food. When you get your omega-3s by eating fish and other whole foods, it's a completely different story. The dose is naturally lower and less concentrated than what's packed into a highly processed supplement capsule. More importantly, it's delivered in a complex package with other fats, proteins, vitamins, and minerals that all work together. Your body digests and absorbs it more slowly and naturally. It is incredibly difficult, virtually impossible, to eat enough fish to achieve the same intense blood-thinning effect that can come from a concentrated supplement. This isn't about deprivation, it's about an upgrade. Instead of swallowing another pill, I want you to imagine sitting down to a delicious, satisfying meal. Picture a beautiful fillet of salmon, baked with lemon and herbs until it's perfectly flaky. Or a hearty bowl of oatmeal in the morning, made richer and more satisfying with a sprinkle of ground flaxseed and a handful of crunchy walnuts. Or a simple lunch of sardines on whole grain toast, a classic for a reason. This approach is not only safer, but it's also more nourishing and far more enjoyable. For a practical goal, focus on the acronym SMASH. It stands for salmon, mackerel, anchovies, sardines, and herring. These are smaller, fatty fish that are high in omega-3s and lower in mercury. Aiming for 2 servings of these fish per week is a fantastic target. A serving is about the size and thickness of the palm of your hand. If you're not a fan of fish, don't worry. You can get a different type of omega-3 from plant sources. Walnuts, chia seeds, and ground flax seeds are all excellent choices. A tablespoon or 2 of chia or ground flax can be stirred into yogurt, smoothies, or oatmeal each day. A small handful of walnuts makes a perfect afternoon snack. By choosing food over a capsule, you get all the anti-inflammatory benefits in a balanced, delicious, and most importantly, safer way. So let's bring this all together. The message today is not that fish oil is bad or that blood thinners are bad. They are both valuable tools for health. The critical takeaway is that the combination of a concentrated fish oil supplement and a blood-thinning medication creates a significant risk that you need to be aware of. Knowing this isn't meant to make you anxious. It's meant to empower you. You are the CEO of your own health. Understanding this interaction puts you firmly back in the driver's seat. It allows you to have an intelligent, informed conversation with your doctor about your health goals and the best, safest way to achieve them. Making small, conscious changes, like choosing a delicious meal of salmon over a supplement, or committing to keeping that updated medication and supplement list with you at all times, are profound acts of self-care and self-advocacy. This is how you move from being a passive patient to an active, essential partner in your own well-being. If this video has helped clarify this important issue for you, I would be so grateful if you would give it a like and consider sharing it with a friend or family member who might also find it useful. To continue learning about your health in a clear, supportive way, please be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for your time and for your commitment to your health. Be well, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.